See if it'll work this time. Broadcasting. Starting. Ugh. Says it's receiving content. Twitch still says it's offline. Maybe a delay for one is worse than the other. Seems like I got it fixed, but still waiting to make sure. Alright, so the website is saying, or it's not giving me the error message anyway, but when I go to Twitch, it's like, it's not showing anything. Welcome back, everybody. Jeez, man. This is more trouble than it's worth. Let me go to a different page on here to see. Oh, it changed the title and everything. It is live. Yeah, it's definitely working for YouTube. I don't know if the delay is any longer though, because like when I go live to the site, it's like 20 seconds plus delay. So I don't really know how it appears once it actually is broadcasting out to you guys. It's like now I'm getting oh, okay, so it is streaming to Twitch. All right, so it's actually working. Apparently, it's doing what it claims to do. That's good news. The only thing is, like, on Twitch, it doesn't seem to have oh, we got a new subscriber. It doesn't seem to have like the normal channel information on there. I don't know if the site actually messes with that or what. Ah, it's so weird. I don't understand it. All right. As long as you guys can see it, if everything seems to be working, then maybe we'll just go with that. I'm gonna actually bring up real quick the chat for YouTube by itself because I'm not quite sure that the website's chat function is working the way I want it to. How's it going, Creepy J? It's going all right. It's just sort of having some problems. Oh yeah, the Squidward villagers. I'm gonna see here if these are in sync. So we're doing it. Yeah, I guess they seem to be working about the same. Does everything look all right with the stream, guys? Like everything's where it should be and appearing the way you want it to and everything? Just lagged? What does that mean? Can you get one what? Hello, fellow animator. Wonder if I can try that. Might be a little bit easier to keep up with. I don't know. This is just weird. So much gotta get used to. Try that. Eh. Stream's not lagging, it's your internet. Dun dun dun. What's your favorite part of making a video? Finishing it. Seeing the end result. I always like that moment where you like make something and it all comes together in the end and you finally see that you created the thing that you were trying to make the whole time. See you later, SV. Okay, they seem to be in sync. I guess I'll leave them both up. Man, this creates so much stuff. Alright, sorry. We're gonna get some background music playing here. My little playlist. There we go. Hopefully that'll make things not so boring. What does it take to become a moderator? I don't know. Just kind of sticking around and being good to the chat and sort of helping keep things in order, I guess. What was your favorite animation? The Christmas compilation? I can't even tell you, man. Like, I've been busy doing all the streaming stuff and everything lately and stressing over things in life and stuff. I can't even really say. It's 1 a.m. Damn. My favorite part is editing. Yeah, editing is nice. It's kind of, you know, it's the step before finishing it, you know? So it gives you that ability to see that things are kind of all coming to fruition. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. I've made a few tutorials the other day, and I've edited them and got them on YouTube, and I just need to get some thumbnails made for them. And I figured, you know what? Maybe I should just stream this stuff instead of sitting alone in the dungeon. So that's what we're gonna try. Still finagling around. Apologies if I'm not as responsive as I should be. And, you know, when I'm busy doing this stuff, I may not be able to see the chat as regularly, so, you don't have to, but I have it set up where supposedly it will give an alert and ding and maybe even read the message out, like with a robot, if you super chat $1. So, I don't know, I haven't tested it yet. If anybody wants to try it out just to see if it works, I'd be grateful for the test. But anyway, if it seems that I'm like getting into what I'm doing, I'm not reading chat or whatever, you can try to message me, like put my name in your message so that it highlights it, or if you got $1, super chat it so it'll like make the ding and read it out or whatever, where I'll know that I'm being asked something. I don't know, may not be a problem, but just so you know that that ability is there. It says thumbnails and stuffs. Yes. I wasn't at the live part. What? Alright, so we're gonna do the old trickaroo here to make a white room for ourselves. Invert this cube and scale that up. Large size. Tell that dang old ground to go away. And of course, whoa, something about the lighting made the program look weird. Okay. Let me see, I want to check something. Do you like video games? No, I hate them. That's why I play them so much. Alright, so that's not working. But, fortunately we got these. So let me, I'm gonna see if I can use this. I don't know. I really don't like the way this one looks, but... You do not know the way. I would agree with that. Alright, so we're gonna create a Steve here. I'm gonna put some stone in his hand. And on there, so let's go ahead and duplicate that. And boop, pop it right there. This one here, let's actually do something like that. I think this should be 0.245, at least for my preferences. Good enough. Something like that. Just gonna give Steve a little bit of a pose here. Bring in the camera. And let me think. Probably gonna have to do some kind of like awkward pose here. Let me see. In the future, you should do a chat stream, just talk and answer questions. Yeah, I might do that, like little hangout streams. I mean, that's kind of what this would be, but you know, like I said, I could get distracted, so that could be a problem. I might actually have to do some advanced stuff to make this one look the way I want to. I hate this. Uh-oh. Why everyone's so much better at posing than me? Is this good posing? I don't know. I'm just kind of putting it together. We could actually do like a really exaggerated one, make Steve all anime, like, yeah, I'm posting blocks. I don't know. How's it going, Rats Packs? Me hold stone while looking at stone. Exactly. Regtan, how do you say it? How's it going? Okay, let me... There we go. I think we're finally starting to make some sense out of this setup a little bit. Maybe. Blender's the best software. I don't know about the best, but it's definitely the best free option if you want to get into 3D. Or something like that. I don't know what all these noises are with this thing. How's it going, Cool Robe? Maybe we'll make Steve kind of like we're gonna mess with that little anime idea. Like, yeah, I'm throwing blocks down, man. Yeah, he's so excited. Woo! Then yeah, he's like, he's really doing it, you know. There we go. Might take some trial and error here. Something like that. Zonix, how's it going? I find Minimator hard because I switched from Blender. Why would you switch from Blender to Minimator? Just make an animation when Steve walks to a table with a pressure plate, places a cup down, and explodes. That might be pretty simple. How's it going, Gamer Bro? Try to use transitions for a bit. I used them a lot. Oh yes, transitions. Something like that. Let's see if we can render without destroying everything in life. I have the sun turned to a color. I think maybe for this purpose we will need to reset that. Go with something like that. See that? It's getting on my nerves when I accidentally bring my taskbar out. I just can't seem to help it. Alright, gonna give it some lighting here. Gonna make this look real nice. Something like that. Let's see if we want this point light to render shadows. We'll let this one do it. Duplicate that, make this one not do it. Can I give you a few tips before I leave to make an animation? Like what? Like there's an infinite number of tips that could be had. You just gotta be more specific. Something like that seems maybe not too bad. Maybe we should try giving the camera some depth of field. Let's bring this up so we can actually see what the hell's going on. Let's bring this down to say 20. Can you make a computer rig? I don't know. I think there's people on the Minimator forums that have already done that. Whoops. About 5. Depth of field's not really doing a whole lot here, but we'll try that. I don't think it's really necessary to bring these up, but I'll do it. Not that one. Yeah, stop it! Thank you. Very small, small, very small. I don't know. Big. No, big! God, I can't click. Alright. I'm gonna export this. There we go. I know he has quite a few tips I've been on since 5K. 5K! Alright. So, let me bring up this. We're gonna go over here. That. There we go. Bring up Photoshop. And there it is. And here's my usual thumbnail template here. Let's see what this ends up looking like. Ooh, that makes it like way overly brightened. Because we got so many lights in the scene. I have to adjust those layers there. See you later, Alex. Hopefully hit 20K subs this year. That would be interesting. Bring that to 240. That one seems like you go to 140. Seems okay. I was watching your videos right now. That's cool. So the issue we're having here, I feel like I don't want it, I don't know. Like that. A bit of glow. For the thumbnail? Should try Minimator as well as Blender more often. That's really up to you. If you know Blender, I don't really know. I mean, unless you just want a quicker workflow and like to make animations really fast or whatever, then Blender should be all that you need. HDB917, how's it going? Nice internet 144Q. Is that what you're getting the stream at? I did not understand how to make the fire in 3D as it is small to the fire. I see giant blocks. Well, you have to adjust the scale in your particle settings. You can prove to everyone that you love your fans by giving me a shout out. See, normally people just ask for shout outs and I don't mind it. But if you're gonna make it like a thing, like try to guilt me into it, then no. You blew it, man. You blew it. This would be kind of cool if I actually like had it molded to the block. That would be interesting, but I feel like that's kind of overkill for a thumbnail. Looks a bit too curvy, the text. Yeah, it could be. Are you excited for the upcoming Minomator update? Yeah, there's some cool stuff that they're talking about. I wonder if something like this could work. I'm really digging the idea of it like sort of looking like it's on the block, but to really get that effect I would have to do it in Minomator, and I just think that's kind of overkill. Tried doing a shout out series, it doesn't do much good for your channel. Yep. The channels that do shout outs grow from people subscribing to them to get shout outs, and then the channels that get shout outs might have 1 or 2 people go check them out. If you look at channels that do like they take other people's Minecraft animations, they're like, we'll credit you, just allow us to put your animation on our channel, we've got 1 million subscribers, blah blah blah. No channel that gives their work to those channels ever gets much back from doing that. It's all just to it's just to make those channels big. That's all you accomplish. You're making somebody else fat off of your work, and you get very little in return. It's not like there's any community behind it or anything like that. It's just them taking other people's animations and putting it on their own channel and claiming to benefit you somehow. That's just... nope. I'm just gonna try going something a little bit more subtle here. Something like that. Just go ahead and save it. Getting there. Help me change how I animated in less than a month. Is that good? Can you tell us your favorite hobby? Pretty much playing video games and making videos. What are you using? I had to leave the stream for a bit to make this. I'm using Photoshop Elements. Yeah, the animation for everything's moving at the same time. Yeah, a lot of people struggle with that one. It's unfortunate, but it's not that hard to fix it if you know kind of like what's going on with the keyframes. Why is it... think here. Something just is not working for me. I don't know what it is. Whoa, that's not what I meant. Maybe something like that. That looks a little bit catchy, doesn't it? Maybe. Give it a little slight rotation there. Something like that. Seems okay. I'm at school, my internet sucks. Oh no! I don't know how to use any tips on making animation move realistically, or you already have a vid for that. Sorry, it's been away from Minimator for a while. Moving realistically in Minimator is quite the challenge because of the way it works. A lot of people will use like folders to get super smooth movements, but in my opinion, you know, I haven't really strived to make super realistic animations like that, but I would think using linear transitions and using more keyframes to make sure that the character moves exactly how you want them when you want them to is probably one of the better ways. It's one of the more disciplined ways of getting it rather than relying on transitions to do the work for you. Alright, so there's that one, and the next one I need is for that. Yes, okay. So we're gonna go into library here. We're gonna change this to dirt. There we go. And trying to figure out if I should have this be. Let's make a little set here. Grab all these, plus the camera, and the light. I can just grab everything. Ah, not that one. Damn it! What am I doing? Turn the grid on. Boop. Pop those up. Just like so. Bring Steve out. Hang on a sec. What are you trying to do to me? What is this? And why? Oh, I know what's going on. My bad. Alright. There. Now it should be even. There we go. Put you there like that. Perfectamundo. And actually, well, we'll just go ahead and duplicate. Come on, grab it. My God. Maybe 3 is too much. I don't know. We'll try that. I gotta bring up the other window. For some reason, like the website, the restreaming website thing, like the chat for that is kind of meh. Anyway, it's 5 degrees. Jeez. Starting to be like you making a thumbnail Q&A. Is it? Alright, so we gotta fix Steve's situation here. There we go. If I could click on the right thing, that would be helpful. Because of you, I've gotten better at the software, so thanks about that. Well, I'm glad the channel's been helpful. I do not want to admit it, but I will speak Spanish. I am Argentinian? How would you say that? Argentinian? I don't know. Use a translator to speak. Hello, I'm a great fan. Can YouTube make an OBS tutorial? Possibly. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, which is pretty cool, so I wouldn't mind tackling that. But I mean, a lot of people have already done OBS tutorials. I'm not really sure that more would be needed. If you got any particular explanation as to why you would want me to do it, then I'm all ears. What was that? Subscriber, the Super Piggy. Okay, so we got that going. I'm trying to figure out what the best angle here. I feel like this grass thing is just way too big. Maybe something like that. What's my nationality? I'm from the United States of America. If you're asking me. Guess that's good enough. It doesn't really matter if it goes off screen there. I kind of had this vision in my head and I feel like it's not living up to it. Let me see if I can finagle with this a bit more. With which program do you record your screen? When I'm recording tutorials, I use Bandicam. When I stream, I use OBS. So a lot of people actually record with OBS. I didn't like it back in the day. Now it actually seems to be better. I could probably use OBS if I wanted to, but I'm used to Bandicam. One thing I like about Bandicam, I'm not sure if OBS does it or not, but Bandicam actually has like a timer when you start recording, so you can see how long you've been recording for, and that's really helpful to me. Particularly back when I did more Let's Plays. With tutorials, not so much, but still knowing how long you've been recording just by looking over at the program is helpful. Something like that. This is a little bit more what I had in mind. This is one, okay. This is the one that doesn't render shadows. Mushy TV, how's it going? That's not too terrible. Maybe I'll mess with the sun just to see what different effects we can get here. Don't want to see that shadow, so I'm going to drag everything up. Except for that one. probably fix some of that in Photoshop if we have to. Mostly miss your streams, but you stream early today. Yep, I've been trying to stream a little bit more lately. We're making a thumbnail for my... I've recorded a few tutorials this week and trying to make thumbnails for them. I wonder if there's any way we can bring some detail out of this leg over here. Don't want him to look like he's falling, per se. I wonder if maybe this leg should be the one that's straighter. I want it to be the one on the front to the camera, but hard to say. Please do it for me. Can you make me a logo, in-game name? I like your vids. I appreciate that, but I can't really do that without compensation. Do some gameplay vids. I have been. Today is actually the first day of me streaming something like this than what I've been doing. Man, this posing is difficult. Tangent Soda subscribed. Thank you. How's it going? That looks kind of like what we want, maybe. Thought this was stone. It was for the first one. This is the second thumbnail we're working on now. Move the text over here. Gonna have to switch some of these values up. Do you play Minecraft? Yep, we actually have several Minecraft streams from this past week or so on the channel. Move that there. So trying to figure out let me think. How's it going, everybody? Which state of the great America do you live in? It's somewhere. It's one of them. You can be rest assured there's like 1 in 50. I'm trying to figure out this tutorial is kind of about like walking backwards and like building bridges like you would do like in Sky Wars or something. So what do you guys think would be the best text to have here to be like, hey, this is a tutorial about that? And it needs to be like, as you can see, like the text needs to be kind of big, and so it needs like a short description, just a few couple of words or whatever that would be like, that's what I need to know. You know? Anybody got any suggestions? Will you upload some gameplay to your channel? Like I said, we've been doing some gaming live streams recently. You can check the channel and see how to block backwards. How to build a walking bridge. I'm just curious because like the tutorial, it kind of covers both of them. The bulk of the tutorial is probably about walking backwards, I guess. So I'm gonna put the how to walk backwards thing just to see what it looks like. How to build a bridge upside down underwater. How's it going, Super TG005? How to walk and build bridge. Maybe walk and bridge? Then if we took this, give it a bit bigger of lead so it kind of separates it a bit more from the how-to bit. What do you guys think about that? How to walk and bridge. That kind of covers the topics of the tutorial concisely. How to block and bridge. How to build bridges? That might be a little bit too, like, they're thinking like a big bridge. Title of the video should be how to place blocks / walk backwards. But I'm not sure about the text though. I think that might work. I gotta rework this curve we got on here though. Five. Did you ever use Cinema 4D? Nope, can't afford it. How's it going, TG? No, I feel like that is a little bit too far. Maybe we'll add a colon on that. Yeah, maybe we'll go this way with the thing there because the how-to bit doesn't really need to be that prominent. I have Cinema 4D and it's not correct. That's nice. That good, well-designed miniatures. Well, thank you. I like how all the states you're listing start with C's. When's the next compilation? Compilation of how to climb ladders. Well, the Monster School one is coming out Monday, or it should, as long as nothing goes wrong. Why is it sometimes doing this to me? Who actually pays for Cinema 4D? People who don't like stealing? What software is that? You mean the one that I'm using? I am using Photoshop Elements. Version like 12 or something. All right, and then we have the shadow down here. I'm kind of not digging, so sorry about the dings there. We're gonna try to get rid of those. It seems to be working well enough, right? Whoop, nope, not like that. All right, we're gonna have to select it first. Whoa. Why? Why you do this? All right, hang on. Let me move that up so we can get an accurate color sample there. There we go. Deselect, bring that over. The only thing I use it for is AE, After Effects. Yeah, text can be pretty difficult on thumbnails. Ever played Madness Project Nexus 2? No, I have not. Van Burkle, how's it going? Beanie, how's it going? You got a little bit of that there, but we can... It's really not that big of a deal, but I'm kind of like OCD about things looking right, so I'll like try to smudge those little seams there from where we just colored in. Whoops, nope, not that one. There we go. And you'd never know it was there. Save that. There we go. This video comes online after the stream. Yeah, it'll go up as a video afterwards. Or it should. My thumbnails take little to no effort. It really depends on the video for me. Some of them I can throw together pretty easily. Other ones I'm kind of like stressing over trying to get right. Alright, so there's that one. And the other one... The other one that I wanted to do is, it's just like a little tip of like how Mine Emitter works. So that's always kind of a challenge, figuring out exactly what the imagery should be for something like that. Do you play CSGO? No. I've always considered getting it, but it's one of those games that so many people have been playing dedicated hardcore for so long, I'm kind of like afraid to even try to get into it because I'll suck, and then everyone else is playing it's going to be really good, and it'll be like really difficult to ease into it. When you upload your first video of Mine Emitter? When did I? I don't remember. It's probably a couple of years ago. Make another Blender video, not tutorial, but like your Enderman video you did a while ago. You mean the one that's like the story of the Enderman? I need to think about your personality that can help me identify your state. Uh-oh. 2 more months. I would have been using Mine Emitter for 2 years. Nice. Okay, so let me think. What I need is the little widget thing, and I created it before, and man, I dang old deleted it or something. I guess we can try to do it again. Just need like a really thin line with an arrow on it, plus a little circulars. Okay. Where am I? So we're not... Okay. Okay, we need, let's go ahead and use this just for the arrowhead. There we go. That feeling of being ignored by Anxious. How so? Are you asking Epics? Are you asking me if I want your rig? That. Drag it up, man. There we go. Try to get that lined up. There's our arrow. Simplify that. Crop it. And we're going to save that as a PNG. And call it gadget arrow. And we'll undo that. And then we're just going to make a circle. Patience is a virtue. Oh yes. I have been 10 omnitrix rigged binary. What? I've been asking a question and you haven't answered. I've been asking for like 15 minutes now. I see you complaining about it, but I haven't seen the question. Also, what's your opinion on Logan Paul crap that's been going on? I really don't care. The main thing that annoys me is YouTube treated it very unfairly. All sorts of creators, including myself, have been getting pooped on by their algorithm, demonetizing videos for no reason, but he can upload a video that violates the actual guidelines of YouTube and it gets on trending. The problem is everybody freaked out so much about it, in my opinion, mostly because of that, not because of what he did, per se. And now they're going to crack down on everyone again. It's going to make everything worse again. Something like this here. It might be a bit too thick, we'll see. Something like that, maybe. Like this, delete. Boom, there's our circle. PNG. Gadget. Circle. There we go. And then, we're gonna make a custom item. Drag this up so we can see what we're doing. That you love, like the views or the subscriptions. I love to do these subscriptions. Is that a question? It's paint, yes or no? What? Subscribe and like to my channel, you will get $2 free. I don't think you're gonna get loyal viewers that way. Can I have some tips to grow on YouTube? Find what you like to do and do a lot of it. And if you can, try to get in on trends. I'm not good at trend stuff, so I've been kind of suffering due to that. But if you can, Do you have a Wacom? I have a little like graphic tablet thing, but I never use it. It's not like a good Wacom or anything. It's just a cheap one I got to try it out. Epics, probably not right now. I don't use Blender enough, and you know, when I do use it, I just use like some basic stuff. If I get into it more, I may be looking for other rigs though. I'm speaking Turkish. I don't know if anybody's gonna understand it, but okay. Alright, so we gotta find stuff. We'll go ahead and make the arrow. Bring that in. So there's our little arrow thing. Maybe not perfect, but good enough. And we're gonna duplicate that. Bring it in. And make our circle. Boom. Hang on a sec. What are you doing to me? Oh, no. Don't use that as an item sheet. Why'd that come as default? There we go. I was like, what happened? Alright. Custom rotation point. Is that going to be about center? Looks close. Okay. We'll go with that. I guess that's close to center. Alright, so as you might be able to tell, we're just basically trying to create a rig of this little gadget here. Call this one arrow. Let's just call this one arrow red. Duplicate. Come on, come on, select it. Blue. Yellow. Call it circle. Red. Repetition, man. Blue. Yellow. Okay. Can you make a tutorial on how to make a thumbnail like that in GIMP? Maybe. I'm not as well versed in GIMP. I basically just used it for simple things that I knew I could do to help anyone who's looking for stuff like that, but maybe. It's one of those things that you got to take time to practice with a software, and you know, when you're already used to doing things, you can, with a one software, that you can do it a lot quicker. I mean, to some extent, you could possibly do it within Minimator itself if you can get the text to display properly. So we're going to do red, blue, oops, and then yellow. If I just get a green backdrop and select something that has 0% alpha at the angle I want, and then add out the green screen, you don't even have to do that. You can just do the alpha thing. I plan to do a video on that, but if you guys want, I'll show you how to do it while we're live streaming here. So you don't have to worry about getting those green edges and things like that that'll annoy you to death. Okay. Alright, so we've got that, and let me see, all of our circles should have, that's good. Kind of should have done that with the other one, maybe. 8, 0. Make a faff. What is your computer features? My computer specs, so it's an i7 with 3.6 gigahertz and graphics card is the GTX 1060. Your background music apps are a bit boring. Yeah, well, it happens. Anxious, you know, Black Plasma Studio? Yep. What's that ring for? We're making a rig of the little gadgets here. You will see. You will all see. There we go. All right, so we're going to take all of these. Like so. Taskbar. Folder. We're going to call this Gadget Rig. Actually, let's go ahead and just call it Lineamator Gadget Rig. There we go. That's how you do it. Umut's Animation Studios has subscribed. Thank you. Subscribing for the boring music, I suppose. Blue Monkey, yep. I don't know them, but I know of them. Blue Monkey actually commented on my animator review, like top 5 animator review video. That was pretty cool. Yeah, because we're watching the stream. What do you mean? The green screen thing? Yeah, the green screen thing, like, I did that before until I realized you can render without the background, so I'll show you guys that as soon as we get done with this part. Notice me, can you use my skin, please, if you read this? Possibly. I have, I think the Patreon is set up where I use, like, one of the perks is to use rigs, skins from the viewers, but, let's actually turn this on. 90. But I don't really expect anyone to, you know, give to Patreon just for that, so. But it is one of the perks. See there? I've got to redo the scale on these because that. Let's make this about 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. Maybe still not enough, but it might be good enough for now. And then yellow is going to point this way. We've got to see if we can center all these out. Where you go? Alright, should have been working down here anyway. I can see it better. I'm dumb. There we go. Blue is going to go this way. .5 on that one to do that same scale on all of them. Sorry if I'm not looking at chat, just trying to get this done here. There we go, and then these need to be longer. That's not dead center, so what is going on here? That's not going to do it. 0.5 on that one, okay. Click remove background. Yeah, but you gotta make it so that there's no ground too. I have an axis rig. Okay. Like, we've already come too far though. It's not gonna be worth my time to go looking for that when I've basically already got done. 1.2. Unfortunately. I had one that I made before and I deleted it with the project or whatever, so my bad. There we go. So anyway, that's like the little Minecraft gadgetry there. And of course we could redo the arrow. Like this one actually needs to be rotated. Like this maybe? Yeah, that might make more sense. Something like that. And then go ahead and delete some of the stuff out of the scene here. make it thinner. It doesn't need to be like realistic. It needs to just stand out for the thumbnail. We're not doing it to actually make an animation with it. It's just kind of meant to illustrate a little bit of a point. How do you make the white room? It's just a oversized inverted white cube. I have a tutorial. If you look at my armor rig tutorial, I show like how I set it up and everything. Otherwise, you can wait for the stream to go up and where I did it. But that's basically all it is just a cube. How's it going, LBOE? Can I add something to the program using Magic Voxel? Don't know about that. I feel like that's probably negative. Next theme after Monster School, we're going to be animator versus animator. Animation versus animator. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. It's possible. You can make an animation of someone making an animation. How's it going, Flink Raptor? We did 16 there. How do we want to do this? I'm trying to illustrate the idea here, so I wonder if like making it big, like oversized, Steve in a bubble, that might work all right. That looks funny. Let's see, where are we at? Drop that down. There we go. Bring our lights on over. Which one is this one? This is the non-shadow rendering light. And we're going to turn off shadows for that. Asus Gamer, how's it going? I'm doing alright, Flink Crafter. Just got the notification. Well, welcome. What is dead center? Do you mean dead center? Anxious, you are on Instagram. Yeah, I have it. I have an old account that I never used, and I kind of went and I'm going to be rejuvenating it and trying to use it more. I'm really bad at stuff like that, though, so who knows how that'll turn out, but we're gonna try. Alright, let's bring this up a tad so we can see what's going on. Something like that. I wonder if there's something we can do with Steve that would kind of give us a little... That's not what we want. Maybe we'll actually use these lights to give them some uniqueness. Do red. Maybe a blue. Seems like Steve's not really reflecting the light much, though. Come on, man. What you got against light? Let's do another one. Go straight up yellow. I love streams like this. It actually entertains me. That's good. See you later, Flintcraft. It was kind of late, but see ya. I'm learning so much. Uh-oh. Anxious versus Blue Monkey animation. Who will win? Blue Monkey for sure. Firepower YT. How's it going? Alrighty. I feel like... Let's see if I can get the background lit up over here. Don't want it too strong. You have all kinds of colors, man. It's gonna be a crazy thumbnail. It's kind of a boring tip tutorial, so I'm try to make it look interesting. Not too bad. I wonder if all these are that one needs not to be too bright. Whoops, wrong button. Something like that. Let's see what that looks like when we bring it into Photoshop in a minute. Do you know the Broadway musical Hamilton? I am aware of it. I don't really know it. I've watched every tutorial. My friend always asks for intros. Making the tutorials interesting. Yep. Making tutorials great again. That yellow is kind of killing me. I think it's a bit too robust over there. I'm gonna try to like give it a little bit less of a presence, maybe bring the red over. There we go. And then blue. I feel like the blue is kind of maybe getting drowned out by our other light here. Let's do like that. Yeah, that's what's happening. Just want this one to kind of light up the face a bit. See you later, Firepower. What is this for? Thumbnails. Where did you come across Minimator? Learned a lot from this channel. Thank you. I'm glad. I came across Minimator when I was doing gameplay videos and stuff, and someone commented on my channel, and for some reason, I don't remember why, but I was like, I'm gonna go look at their channel. So I did, and I saw they had this little animation, Minecraft animation, and I was like, wow, how'd they make that? And I saw that they had Minimator noted in the description or something, so I went and checked it out, and I was like, oh wow, that's cool. Then I went and got it. That was back when my animator was like not that great. And I kind of messed with it a little bit and didn't do much with it. I was like, I'm gonna try to make an animation. And it was way over my head. I had no idea how to use the program or anything, and I was just like, I got daunted, you know, and kind of gave up. If you go to my playlist, you'll see the chicken coop animation, and that was what I was gonna do. But then I gave up, and then I had to keep practicing until I finally learned how to do it properly. Okay, so you can see we got all these little like messed up lines here. I wonder if we can fix that real quick. Hang on. I go to these parts here. Show back faces. I wonder if that'll help. Oops, don't do that. Bump up the render depth here. I wonder if we can do it for this. Alright. Try it one more time and just see. Kind of thinking that's probably not going to save us, but we'll see. Any tutorials for posing? How's it going, Dank Plays? Posing is not that difficult. It just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Like, you just gotta think of, like, if that character was real and they were standing in that position or whatever, then how would they really look, you know? It's a catchy title. Relative keyframe values. Alright, we gotta recompose that a little bit. That's not working. Went down a tad. Maybe, right? That's probably what would look better. Yeah, I think so. Country that I'm blocked in Skype and Discord. Anxious upload video on frame times for beginners. What do you mean? I think that might be a little better. Get rid of some of this brightness here. Is it weird that I don't remember when I subbed? Not to me. I never remember anything like that. Could leave that like that, but I feel like it might look repetitious in the thumbnails, so... go. What are your thoughts on 2017? I don't know, it was a year. I said when he proposed his girlfriend using Minecraft. Wow, that's a long time ago. I feel dumb now. Yeah, that would be crazy if this is what my anime looked like for a while, huh? Alright, so this is okay. I could let this go, but I'm really not feeling these lines that we've got here, so I'm kind of curious if we can easily fix that without taking too much time. Let's see if there's a way to, I could lasso it. Let's see how well this will pick it up. Whoa, the tolerance is way too high. Okay. Damn it, quit clicking on the wrong thing, man. Okay, clicking on the wrong layer. That's what you want to do. Stupid dupe. How's it going? Wish I had Photoshop. I've seen fun stuff you can do with it. Yeah, you can use GIMP or whatever. I'm not, like, someone asked about that earlier. I think Mystical did. And I'm just not used enough to it to use it in too much. But I probably should. Maybe if I do more live streams like this, we'll try to get into GIMP more and discover more how to use it. It's just a little bit, it's not as user friendly, the interface and everything, is Minimator, Photoshop. So anyway, I got to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. I have returned. I forgot about the fact that I'm streaming to Twitch as well, and it seems kind of maybe not the best idea to not have that chat up too for the Joycaster thing in case anyone were to say something. I don't know. Man, it's cluttering my screen. It's fun making animations while also quite boring, but the result's great. Yeah, motivation for animation that's a rough one. Ugh. Probably went to feed his unicorn. Nah, man, it's the coffee bladder. Do you want to play Rainbow Six Siege? I probably won't be playing any Siege today on stream. Got other stuff I gotta do. Welcome back. You aren't gone forever. Yay! Alright, so back at what we were doing here. Get the tolerance churned up pretty high. Still not catching everything. Let's bump it on up to 200. It's pretty close. Let's just see what that looks like. It's getting a bit of Steve there. We don't want that. Okay, that looks okay. Brush. This color. It's kind of not what I want it to look like. Dang it, let me see what it looks like on the average thumbnail size. It's so small, you probably wouldn't even see it. I might just leave it alone. I don't feel like sitting here all day scrubbing that out. I have zero motivation apart from the odd chance, but when I start to animate, it leaves me. Yep, I know exactly what you mean there. How do you get big on YouTube? I don't know. My channel's definitely not big. But basically what I tell everyone who is asking any similar question like that is just find what it is you're into, what you like to do, and do a lot of it. And if there's any trends that you can tap into them. Alright, so let me drag this over here for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and apply those thumbnails to the videos in question. You guys can see the chat up there now. See this one over here on the left, this is straight from YouTube. What the hell? Didn't mean to do that. Stupid Windows 10. Anyway, this one's from YouTube and this one's from the Joycaster website. How's it going, Moonshi? I should record a video later today, so maybe I'll try to make a thumbnail for it in paint.net. Could, or you know, like I said, you can try to do it right there in Monomator. I might try to do that one day just as like a challenge and see. That one there. And this one. Like so. And that one. Seems okay. Hopefully. I think this turned out alright. Good enough anyway. Scheduled. And scheduled. Thanks for your tutorials. I'm glad they're helpful. Thanks for your tutorials. I finally created an animation on my channel. Well, it's not going to be good when you start up. Should make a series called Challenge Accepted Minimator, where people ask me to do something and I try to do it. Have you ever not made videos for a tiny bit and lose a bunch of subscribers? What do you mean by a tiny bit? Can't say it's really happened to me, period. But it kind of depends on what you mean by tiny bit. Close that up now. Should be good there. Alright, let's drag these back over. Bring this back up. That's being dumb. Ugh. Okay. 3 a.m. up to see his tutorial. Oh wow. It's dedication. I have a problem importing schematic. When you open the schematic and import, why is it that the door is open but there's a glitch? The door is still there. I'm not sure what you mean exactly. I kind of would need to see what you're talking about. Any tips for animation? Most of my tips are in my tutorials, or, you know, if you watch live streams like this, you can kind of see the little inner workings of what I do. But, like, if you have a question, you can be more specific, and I might be able to answer it or something, but... What's your first name? So I don't want to call you by your YouTube name? Anxious is just fine. Maybe like a week or two. I don't know. That's it's kind of rough. I mean, like, it depends, I guess, on who your subscriber base is made up of. If it's like a bunch of friends and family or something who think you gave up on it or something like that, then maybe I could see that. Or I don't know. It may have been like a YouTube purge thing. It may not really have had anything to do with you not uploading. Sometimes YouTube purges like old inactive accounts or something. I don't know. The Axis needs to not be merging with Steve. Yeah, but that's, you know, it's for the thumbnail. We already did it, so it doesn't really matter. Bye. All right. I don't know I don't recall who was mentioning the green screen thing, or like not having your you know, trying to get rid of the background or whatever. But for anyone who wants to know, basically the way you get rid of the background is you go into your settings and you turn off show ground, where you just have a sky. Pretty sure the clouds don't matter. You can turn those off too if you're worried about it. And then you see, like, you just have the random sky here. And I can take this, and when I go up here to make a render, you have remove background. So when I tick that and I save it, and I'll just plop it over there, then being stabbed by the Axis. Yeah. A server? You mean like a Minecraft server? If so, yes, but it's whitelisted, and you either have to win a slot on it, or if you donate, if you become a patron every month, then you can get a slot on it. That information should be in the description of this stream. Where'd you get your YouTube name? I have anxiety issues, and I'm a cynical person. Anxious you killed Steve? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the video is about, so I guess that makes sense. And let me go ahead and open that render up in Photoshop, and as you can see there, it's just this with no background. So then you can take this and, like, say we have this image here, it's gonna grab it, plop it there, and then you have like this perfect background, like no green screen to get rid of or anything, just full on transparency. And you can place your elements however you want. It's just that simple. You don't have to render it with a green background and have to edit that out later or anything like that. You're using OBS. Yes. Maybe my Minimator is not cool like yours. Do you have the latest version? Dual monitor? Yes. So that should be pretty much it for that. We're going to go ahead and close all these image tabs out. Like so. I think got this saved. We can close that out and just leave that like so. And I think we're done here as well. So we'll close that out. And one thing I've been wanting to do, I'm going to open up Inkscape. Anyone ever heard of Inkscape here? I'm going to be messing with Inkscape. And this is another program I'm very much like GIMP, where I am not very familiar with it. I kind of just mess with it and try to get things to do what I want to do. But I probably should look up some tutorials for this myself. But with this program, you can do like dang old vector art and stuff, which I'm not good at still. Ice Zero, how's it going? So it's a free program for anyone who doesn't know, and I've been wanting to do like a mascot for the channel, like where there's like, I mean, you had like that fan art of myself that Blue Warrior, I think that's his name, did, which is pretty awesome. But I wanted there to be a little bit more than that. I wanted there to be kind of like an actual like just mascot that's not me. So I had this idea, and I tried to do it. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'll show you. I tried to do it, I think yesterday I gave it an attempt. And it's not that great. It was my first try at it, and I'm not very good with the software. Let me see. Is there a way I can view it that's in something that doesn't look retarded? I guess I could just bring it into this. What the hell? That's not what I wanted. Anyway, I'll drag that over. Sorry. What the? Come on, give me a break. I don't know what this program's doing. I use OBS and it's laggy. I've tried a bunch of bit rates and FPS, but it doesn't seem good no matter how hard I try. What are your computer specs? Here's my first attempt. Terrible. I mean, I think people who are skilled with like coloring and shading could probably make this look okay, but this is like not good. So I'm gonna try to do a new one. Will you be doing a video on the external models thing on Minimator? That's my plan. It's gonna take probably a little bit of practice for me to do it and to fully understand it, but I intend to. Let me see, where do I... Everything got minimized earlier. That was annoying. Your computer specs? Like what processor, graphics card, stuff like that, RAM? Alright, so basically one of the things you have in this program is like these little path tools here. And you can just click again, click again, click again. Then if you want to, you can close it. Otherwise, you can right click and it creates that. Come over here to the stroke style. Let's just say we want this to be like 8. And then it'll fill it in like that. And then you can click on this tool here that lets you grab the nodes and you can actually edit how that looks, like so. And then there's actually handles on it where you can begin making paths that have bins, and you can change the the type of bin that it is with these buttons up here and all kinds of good stuff like that. Gonna go ahead and make that like so. I can select this one. Let's say I want it to be a sharp bin. This one, I want it to be its own individual thing too. So then that way this can bin multiple ways like that. You get nice crisp sharp lines and stuff. Looks good. How's it going, Diamond Gaming? Minimator is good, or Blender? Depends on what your goal is. If you want to make good, decent animations quickly, then Minimator. If you want to learn more industry standard stuff and have more industry standard quality, now industry standard I'm using is kind of like a loose term because Maya and Cinema 4D are probably a little bit better in that regard, but Blender is capable of a lot if you know how to get it out of it. So it's more future-proof. You know, you're learning a lot of things that you can bring with you if you wanted to ultimately learn real 3D animation and get a job in it or something. But Minimator is a good way to do it as a hobby or for YouTube, and you can actually expand Minimator out to do things. Probably depends on what your goals are and what your needs are. Looks like anime eyes. Does it? that was unintentional. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay. So the idea here, please don't cuss. Who are you talking to? The idea here is I wanted to do something kind of like, it would be called like the Anxious Bear. So I'm trying to figure out like a good way to make it. Like what is a good look for something like that. And that's kind of the struggle here. Me? I don't recall cussing. If I say like damn or hell or something, like I don't really see that as that bad. I personally don't really subscribe to the idea that certain words are bad, but I do try to keep the channel relatively clean just for the sake of it being universal and not offensive to anybody. But you know, everybody's got their own opinion. See you later, cats. Sorry, you said you had an NVIDIA GeForce. I have to try to catch you later on that one and help out. It could be the codec, though. Probably not here to see it, but, you know. Munchie, if you're going, I'll see you later. Anxious Pear. What? Almost 20k? Sorta. Alright, so there's like your basic shape there. I feel like these lines are pretty thick compared to what I was working with last time. Do you know I got banned from Discord? Uh-oh. You gotta manage your anger. Gummy bear acidic. That's a good idea. Probably get 20k by middle of the year. If I did something super catchy with the channel, that's very possible. Don't know exactly what that would be. So I was kind of thinking of like actually going with a sort of, I don't know, kind of like the more rigid look like this instead of all rounded everywhere, but I'm not quite sure about that. I feel like maybe this one sticks out too far. I don't know. Please hope my video got banned because of this, a video on my channel. Is it the one where you were saying you hate Minimator or whatever? I didn't watch it, but like, if somebody kicks you from a Discord, you can't react that way if you don't want further repercussions. You're just asking for it at that point. Why a rat? It's not a rat, man. It's a bear. it's a stylistic bear. It's not meant to be like realistic or anything. Does rendering spotlights in Minimator freeze? Only added like 2 lights. You got to check what your render settings are. Like when you go to the settings. Here, I'll bring it up real quick. Why not? We're live streaming. Stupid dub. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I understand what you're doing, but if you're gonna make like a little angry video because you got kicked or whatever, I don't really find that interesting. You know, it's probably not the proper way to react to something like that, especially if you're upset that you got kicked. Rats are anxious that it will get snapped by a mouse. That's very true. Maybe it should be an anxious rat. That sounds unappealing. Almost done with the YouTuber SG. SG? What's that? Alright, stupid nubs. Please don't spam that. Where's your creeper hat or something? I don't know. It's not that cool in here, so I just didn't wear it. What was the question? Oh yeah, the spotlight thing. Okay. When you bring in a spotlight, or a point light, whatever, you go over here to your settings, you go to render, and then you have the buffers, like the light buffers on them. So the question is, if you're having trouble with it freezing, what are these set to? Because unless there's a problem with your Minimator, then that would possibly be the issue. Survival games? Oh, okay. That's cool. Anxious Ratnik. That sounds disturbing. Basically, though, like if you're working on the animation and you need point lights in it or whatever, then keep the buffers very small and only bring them up to big, maybe very big, possibly if your computer can handle it. And don't preview the render, just go to render it, because they can be very intense on the computer, especially if you're on just like a laptop that doesn't have a lot of power in it. And that's the tip of that. Okay. Show the animation that's on your screen. What? The thing that we had in Minimator just there? If you want to see that, you'll have to wait for the tutorial. You know that you're the best in Minimator animation? I think... I feel like maybe I'm good at tutorials in terms of making, you know, sense of things for people who don't quite grasp it easily, which is, you know, the whole reason I wanted to start doing tutorials. But as far as making animations goes, I'm not quite sure I would agree with that. My laptop can handle the highest of every setting. Like while real-time rendering? If so, then if Minimator crashes when you bring in a point light, then it sounds like a bug or something. You might need to reinstall it or something like that. What would make this look a little bit more bearish? Like the head being wider up top there. Let's see if we can make this kind of come out a bit more. You're alive. What? Mine is usually good with real-time rendering. Very odd. That does look a little bit more like a bear, right? I don't expect this to turn out well. I'm basically just trying it for the sake of doing it. If nothing else, maybe I can kind of get an example, and if someone in the community is good at making stuff, then I can hand it to them and be like, this is sort of what I want. Don't make the nose so long. A bear's nose is smaller. What nose? We're making channel art mascot thing. What do you call a man with no arms, no legs, and a pull bob? That's just mean. Sometimes when I pre-render it will say rendering in 0.11 seconds. Is there too much going on in the scene? Probably. It's basically too much for it to render real time. Make him a cyborg rat made out of cheese. That's an idea. For sure. Maybe do that, kind of have like a little bit of offsetness to him. Doesn't look too terrible. No problem, Mystical. So that seems okay. One of the ideas I had with the whole thing here is maybe like little X's for eyes instead of actual eyes, you know? Let's see. So the problem is, though, making it not look terrible. Whoops. Thanks. Do you have Minecraft Windows Edition? I have it, but I never play it. Like, I tried it once, but I don't know. I wasn't all that into it. The version that we play on the server and everything is the Java. The Java. See, we're getting somewhere. Something like that. It's kind of like dang old channel art mascot kind of thing. Maybe about 4.5 on that line thickness. Hey, look, it's Dead Mouse. Hey, it's Dead Mouse. So what's gonna happen if I'm like, it's the anxious bear, and everybody's gonna be like, it looks like a rat. It's like, no, it's a bear, and then I'll just be like, all right, it's a rat. I don't know anymore. All right, so you got that, and then I'm trying to figure out like if I should bother doing it in this or should I do it in another program because I haven't quite. Maybe this is what I need. This is not how I want things to go. Town is not allowed to drink tap water because a sickness bug was found at the water plant. It's like the apocalypse. Jeez. That's why you don't want to have to rely on the government. One of the chats is showing the Lion Warrior's message and the other one's not. It says add the bear nose. Did you say that and delete it or what? Because it's not showing on the YouTube chat for some reason. How very strange. Oops, I think this was just 5. So I could do like the other one and just click on these both, copy them. And then I can just keep adjusting it, I guess. Something like that. Does that look too weird? Hello, Mutts Animations. Just because you're special. Uh-oh. Mouth this UI, yeah, it definitely needs to be adjusted. I'm just trying to figure out like the overall size. I might want to adjust some of them to be kind of smaller than others and things like that. So needs a nose. What kind of nose? Cal Vibers here. Acid pop, just a circle. Stop saying the N-word. Yeah, I got rid of it. That wasn't even, I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. Some people argue that's not technically the N-word, but a button nose. Decisions. How can you... I can do that. That's cool. Maybe something like that. I feel like the, come on. I feel like this needs to be, like, thinner or something. Whoops, that's not what I want to do. I don't know. Trying to sort this out. Maybe add another one there. We gave it like a sharper line there. Is that kind of weird? I think I kind of like that better, like a little bit more of a sharpness to the jaw. I'm doing alright. How is it going? Making nightmare fuel. You know Krillin from the DBZ series? I have no idea because I never watch much anime. He needs a nice muscular chin. He needs that chiseled jawline. With what do you stream? OBS. Yeah, currently Streamlabs OBS. Good call there, Mystical. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm thinking here. You got like the slight roundedness here on top of the head, but everything else is kind of like jagged. I like that juxtaposition there. I don't know if we'll add some roundedness elsewhere, but that's kind of what we're going to go with for now. Bitrate? I think I'm streaming at like 3000. You know, select. Select it. You kidding me? God, you gotta get like every little bit of it in there for to select all of them. Okay. Something like that, maybe. Kind of give some of these a little bit of offset here. Whoa, no. Very much dislike that. There we go. What CPUs your computer have? The i7 7700K, something like that. Maybe a nice human nose. Skydocs Gaming, how's it going? You ever watched The Magician Season 3 just started? Nope. Have not. Something like that, maybe. I like how this is actually kind of like, it allows you to warp and resize at the same time. That's pretty awesome. Core M3. That's M3. That would be in a mobile processor, right? Like in a dang old laptop. But we're going like with, you know, the anxious theme here, and I feel like the anxious theme is kind of it's a dark theme with dark undertones and things, and I want the bear here to kind of reflect that nature. You know what I mean? You know, life's not all sunshine and rainbows. Whoa, what is that? Don't do that. Stop snapping, man. Are you gonna click on them? Okay, thank you. I feel like maybe, does that look a little bit like too perfect? Should it be like messed up somehow? Yeah, it is a mobile processor. I knew it. It's nice hellish style that would make you anxious. Exactly, we gotta spread the anxious vibes. But I can still play Star Wars Battlefront on it. Not on full screen mode though. That's pretty good. I wouldn't mind having a beefy laptop that would allow me to do things more mobily. It looks fine. You guys think that mouth looks alright? This could be moved up just slightly. Maybe not that much. See if we can actually keep some of this in view. Something like that. Alright, so people have been saying it needs a nose. What if it was just like a little thing like that? Is that weird? Maybe it should be the other way. Yeah. Is that okay? What do you guys think about that? Give it a little bit of slight curvedness. Looks good without the nose. I think the nose is a little bit too big. It needs to be very subtle. We'll see. We'll mess with it. And then maybe bring that in a bit. Maybe make some ear holes. Ear holes? What do you mean? This nightmare fuel is looking great so far. I feel like maybe that's slightly too small for the little nose line. This seems a little bit more fitting for the nest that we're going for there. small circle thing in the middle of the ear. What does this do? Circles eclipse. I'm not sure how that would work, but we can try it. I'm not sure that works because like we've got this whole kind of like line theme and everything going on. I'm not sure that the ear hole thing goes with that theme. Let's see about this jaw here. Seems okay. Someone should make a rig of this when it's done. What's your favorite type of music? I don't know. I can't say I really have a favorite type of music. It's I like it, all kinds of different things. I listen to rock music and certain like metals and rap and folk music and all sorts of things. I got a pretty wide range. Alright, so I'm trying to think, is there any like details that should be added? Like one idea I had was like, what if he had like a little, I don't know, it might be going like too much on the little X's here, but if we did like a little tiny patch here, like a little boo-boo. Something like that. Does that look weird? Should he have something like that? Do you think some hairs on the top of the head would look good? It's quite possible. One eye is lopsided. Yeah, it's kind of meant to be somewhat off. I don't know if we've got it right, but it is meant to be off. Because I don't want it to be like too symmetrical. Do something like that maybe. Maybe this one's a bit too high, something like that. I don't know. You tell me. Like maybe being shorter there, longer here is a little bit better. Maybe a bit too short. Ever thought about teaching other ways to animate besides Minecraft, meaning my animation? I've done a little bit in Blender, but anything like Cinema 4D or Maya that's like expensive programs, then probably not. Make it more off. Someone messed up patching him. Like the eye? Like where should it, if that's what you're talking about, where should it go? Like kind of like off like that. Go get some like a button vector art. Smaller version of ear holes, same design. Well, it's going to be colored in. My expectation would be there would be color inside of this area, and I'm wondering if the shading would be enough to simulate that rather than having hard lines. It's not too bad. I don't want to make it too off-putting. What if we do, Whoa, I don't want to stop trying to snap, man. What did that just do? Stop it. Do like that. Give me the lines thinner. Maybe hairs would look more realistic. Maybe. We'll try it. Which lines should be thinner? Ah, that's why the things aren't turning out, because I've got it set to the wrong thing. Just figured it out. Maybe these should be 2.5. Not sure about the eyebrows there. What do you guys think? I feel like it could work, but you'd have to find a way to make it work. Try not to overdo it. Agreed. Creeper Army 1, how's it going? If you make hairs, they should be thinner. Yeah. Looks weird with the eyebrows. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like you could make it work. Enough with the high spam. Come on. Perhaps you should make a more 3D detailed block rig. It's up to you. I might. In some ways, it's useless because there are users on the Minimator forums who are doing things like that already. So that's kind of why I might start doing more of the rig reviews. So that way, if there is something already made that's really good, then yeah, you can kind of just showcase it and be like, hey, go check it out. Kind of agree with the eyebrows. Probably better that they're not there. Let's try the hair thing just real quick. Like just 3 little hairs. Maybe like 2 on that one. .5. And then like 2 again, maybe, maybe less. Something like that, maybe. Come on. Hey, I didn't mean to move the whole thing. Come on. Maybe they should all come from like a similar location like that. Maybe a bit too long. What are you making? I missed out. We're trying to make like a little mascot thing for the channel. If the hairs don't look good from your perspective, you can remove them. Just an idea. Yeah, we'll see. Let me see if I can move them over. Yeah, I'm trying to see, like, I definitely get the charm, but I feel like in order to do it properly, they would have to look less realistic, if that's the proper term. Like, the curviness might be a bit too much for the theme that we're working with here. See, something like that. Like, I still don't know if I agree that it would work, but it's a little better when it's straighter, I think. Infinity Dom, how's it going? Your style is a bit mix match. Yeah, that's kind of the intention. I won't hate you for removing the hairs. Much appreciated. Wild Willie is subscribed. What version is this Photoshop? This is Inkscape. Let's see. Let's just kind of get a whole look at it for the moment. So that's what it looks like now. And let's select all those and delete. And that's without it. With and without. What do you guys think? Wild Willie, we're making like a little cartoony vector graphic of a mascot for the channel. Without is better. So should it just be like a head? Just like an avatar kind of thing? Or should he have a body of some kind? Perhaps a 3D illusion? How so? What if we did the thing like, since we've got that, if we leave that anyway, he's got like the little boo-boo there. What if we added a little tiny boo-boo thing here as well? So we make this like, say, 1.5 and 1. Maybe like 0.8 or something. This one probably needs to be sized down a tad, maybe. We'll see. Oh, come on, that snapping is just getting to me. Wow, that doesn't look right with not with that rotation. Nope. Something like that. It's just a slight like little distress kind of thing. Not really sure. Might need to be bigger. Bandage? Maybe. A bandage probably would look good with the style that we have here, but the point is like it's an anxious bear, so we don't want it to look like something that's just been ran over and it's bandaged up. It would kind of give it the wrong theme. We want the style and like the X's and everything to kind of be representing more of an internal conflict rather than actual, you know, physical damage. So Lurian's here on his Red Wolf account. How's it going? I'm gonna make the picture have some depth. Well, I get that. I know what 3D effect means, but like, what would give it the depth? Can you at least give him one eye? He looks he needs like a button. I wonder how hard it would be to make a button thing in this. But, well, that's probably not that difficult, right? Let's try it real quick. We'll do it over here in the corner. Let's do like that. And nope. Then we'll do another one. Right? Something like this. So it's kind of like a button, right? Sorta. Let's just grab these and drag them up. Way too big. What if he had a button eye like that? It doesn't look right because it's got the X there, but if he had that instead of the other X, what do you guys think? Actually, it might would go on the other one since this one's supposed to be the messed up one. How's it going, Rainbow? Why don't you make some thumbnails? I would like to see you make a thumbnail. You're a little bit late. We made 3 of them earlier. Could it be any theme? What do you mean? If that would be a teddy bear you could buy, and if I see it at night, I'd probably get a heart attack. That would be awesome. We'll make a mascot, and then one day we'll actually have the real teddy bear, and you can get it as a gift for becoming a patron or something. No why? You don't like the button? Yeah, I kind of feel like I like the idea of the button thing, but I still think it's kind of off theme for what we're trying to do, unfortunately. We'll just leave it down here. Since we made it, I'll just keep it down here kind of tucked away, just in case we were to decide to try to incorporate it somehow. The button looks like cheese. Yeah, I might give him too much of a rat look. Make a straw pull forward. We can make some merch from making teddy bears. Yeah. Some legit merch going. Alright, I think something needs to be done about this over here. What do you guys think about these little lines here? I've kind of not fully decided on this. I feel like maybe they need to be a bit bigger for one thing. It's not too bad. Maybe move them around. Something like that, maybe. This, I feel, is like slightly too big, maybe. You should give it eyebrows. We tried that earlier and I don't know, it wasn't working. These nightmares simplified. I think it would look better making the lines into X's. Which ones? The little lines above the eye? I think this needs to be moved slightly. Come on. Something like that. How's that look? I feel like it's coming together. It's starting to have a personality of some kind. I thought about doing the X's thing. I'm just kind of worried that we're kind of overdoing the X's. Maybe rotate that one. Yeah. If you gave it a body, what kind of body would you want? That's the problem. Like, I feel like we're doing well with the head here, and I'm just not sure that giving it a body would benefit it much. Need to check this. This is kind of bending a bit. Trying to keep things a little bit more uniform there. Hopefully that is a slight improvement. Make a stitch on his ear, maybe? How so exactly? Like, what would it look like? Look at a picture of the Suicide Squad logo. Oh yeah, it probably is similar to that, eh? I'm kind of thinking maybe... I don't know, we can try to do the body thing. Let's see. The stitch thing. I wonder how we could do that. As long as the theme goes, I think giving it a body would make it look more like a Minecraft character with a spooky face. I agree. Taylor Swift made a new album. Well, as long as people keep buying them. Let's say if we did, do a line like that. Come on. If you do like that, you would probably have to... Whoops. Probably have to give this like a white break in this line in order to make that work. But I don't know, just for now, we'll see what this looks like. Give a 0 point in the middle. Yeah, we tried that earlier. How's that? Like, should it be something like that? It's almost identical to my face. You think you can cut out a small triangle out of the ear to give it more character? Like it's torn? Let's actually resize this a bit. I kind of feel like if this is supposed to be a stitch, it needs to kind of have it on both sides here. We'll see. How's that? I think maybe the lines are a little bit too small. Keep hearing noises from my room. I'm scared. It's the anxious bear. He's in the dark closet. I don't know if cutting out a triangle of the ear would be a lot of work. It would be easier to do in Photoshop. Like, my idea here is to design it here and then put it in Photoshop and try to give it some shading. I don't know. Maybe a bit bigger. Yeah, I agree. I wonder if we can... Whoa! Something like that. Maybe this one could just be too even as well. Something like that? What do you guys think? Anxious Squad mods if you're on live stream tomorrow. Alright, see you later, Flint Crafter. As long as you're not playing Mindplex, it's not scary. What is your favorite animation? What do you mean, like Minecraft animation or like real movie animations? Why? Any kind? It's hard to say. I don't know if I really have any favorite Minecraft animation per se. It would definitely be one of Slamical's probably. Not really sure which one exactly. I like the one, I can't remember the name of it, but I showed it in my like top 5 animators thing where the guy's like running from the Enderman and stuff. That's a pretty good one. All right. Let's see if we can go with this. We're going to try this look here. Let's go ahead and export. This is going to be a huge file. We're going to export it and put it in Photoshop and just see what we can get out of it. All right. Can't resist the Taylor Swift. All right. Going to open in Photoshop if I can. After we export, always forget that step. 2-step process as usual. All right. So here it is in Photoshop. There's our little button there. Let's actually take the button, make it its own layer, and then hide it, and we'll just delete it from this here. There we go. Just go ahead and plop a white background here. So that way we can see a little bit easier, maybe. Try to center that up a bit. And we're just going to create a new layer. I'm going to call this one color layer 1. Anxious Bear Lines. Alright, thanks, Wild Willy. See you next time. The button looks like it could be a logo. The button? How so? Oh, like a little like channel art thing? What Photoshop to use again? It's Photoshop Elements. Let me see. Whoops, that was the wrong thing. It's like version... Yeah, Photoshop Elements 12. And I gotta bring this back up. What are you doing, man? There we go. Okay. So now, let's see. We're just gonna go ahead, figure out the color for the Anxious Bear. It's just gonna go with the normal color that I go for with the channel. And we'll kind of just overshoot here and we'll clean it up later. There we go. It's all colored in. Then go to inverse that. Ugh. Whoops. Don't really have to worry with this too much, but if we clean this one up, then we can use this later maybe to do better. The other ones do quicker. Whoops. What do you think about that color, man? Okay, and then we're gonna keep going multiple layers here. So that way we don't get stuck. It's a subset. Let's see, and then we're gonna go like this color. Ew. Remove that. Let's go ahead and save that. Didn't enjoy that. Give him spiky hair. Maybe. We'll see. Sorry, checking something. And bring that over. Alright, there we go. Okay. And then like for inside the ears. Oh, wrong tool. Like, why isn't it not showing up? Here we go. Something like this color here. We can adjust these colors later maybe, but we're just trying to get the overall done here. See there? How much longer are you going to be streaming? I'm not sure. Probably not too terribly much longer. We're going to try to see if we can finish this. Whenever you stay still, I'm scared that the stream is buffering. Yeah, it's going to happen. I get a little bit focused there. I feel like this could possibly be a little bit more pinkish. Something like that. Does that look good? Till the nightmare fuel is complete. Dead channel, 15k subs, and 9 people watching. That's just not how live streaming works, dude. If you watch any channel, like you'll see that's kind of how it goes. This channel isn't built off of live streams, so most of the viewers aren't tuning in for that. That and then like the viewership on this channel is spread across the world, it seems. So a lot of people are sleeping right now. Either sleeping or the ones that aren't are in school or something like that. Depends on where you live. I feel like I'm trying to think here. How can we do this effect that I want? Kind of need it to be. Let me try. Try this. We're gonna go to a gradient, and on this side we're gonna make it transparent. Whoops, not that one. Something. Actually, let's try a different method there. Go here. Select that color. Why do you do this? There we go. That's how I want it. Okay, I'm gonna try this. He's also streaming on Twitch. Yes, there's like no viewers over there though. I don't have any like much of a following on Twitch. That and it's like to the creative channel on Twitch, so live stream channels have like 35 million. 35 million what? Subs? I can't draw for my life, neither can I. So on your tip vids for anime, you get like 1 to 1,500 each. That's good. Actually better than most of the channels. Yeah, on average, like for the first couple weeks or something, they'll get between 1 and 2,000, but over time they usually climb up to like 3 to 5 on average, something like that. I need this to be better. Not sure if it really needs that. Maybe just the solid thing works fine. Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of like not digging the thing I'm trying to do there. PewDiePie has almost 60 million. Yeah, the ratio is pretty bad when it comes to that stuff. Sub count doesn't matter. I feel like, let me try. I'm just gonna do like a straight line here. Do you have a schedule for when you live stream, or just you just stream when you feel like it? Pretty much when I feel like it. Lately, I've been trying to do it consistently, or more consistently than I ever have really before. And it typically ends up being like in the afternoon, like early afternoon, or in the evening, like, damn it. Let me think, like usually in the evening, like between 7 p.m. and 8, 9 p.m. depending on the day. There, that way we'll get like a perfect straight line here. We'll see what effect that gives us. Boom. It's not too bad. I'm not sure if that's too perfect or not, though. Feel bad for PewDiePie. He always gets hated for having so much subs and little views. I don't know. I think it just depends on the channel and the content and stuff. If I wouldn't feel bad for PewDiePie. He's made bank off of his channel. If you have Discord, he says he's gonna stream. Yep, Discord and Twitter. I usually try to make note too. What do you guys think about that? Like with the line being even with the bottom of those lines there, does that look okay, or should it be slightly higher and kind of offset? What is this thing doing? Why are you doing that? Jeez. What happened to Jerry? You think it should be rounded? Looks like something I would do. I'm not that good at it either. I'm just kind of going by feel and like asking you guys. Can you DM Java code on Twitter? I have some business things I'd like to talk about. No. I don't. Oh, you're Java coded. Okay. Thought you were trying to get me to message someone for you. All right. I see what you're saying now. Potentially. If you join the Discord, you can talk directly there. What if I did like that? I don't know. That's not really working for me either. Still not giving up on the fact it looks like a rat. Yeah. I think that might be where we're heading, unfortunately, because it doesn't have a body. At least yet. We'll see. See if I can give it a little bit more subtle look there. That might be better. Anxious mice. Makes sense. Oh, this is as big as it'll go, huh? Just trying to get like a really subtle curve there. Something like that. Does that look alright? I don't know. I'm struggling with that curve, man. I feel like everything is so straight. It's kind of weird to have it curved like that. Make a wolf and I will be happy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. I just feel like maybe it just shouldn't be so low on the lines there. I feel like giving it a little bit more of a buffer is helpful. Something like that. It gives it a little bit more of that like rougher edge to it, kind of like the way the design is. What do you think? It's perfect. feel like that line over here is not working for some reason. It's probably because of the way I did the lines, but maybe if I do something like this, it'll help it. I feel a little better about that, maybe. We'll try it. So basically we'll just do that and then X, delete that. Should be good. Needs more glitter. You're allowed to swear in these streams? I don't really encourage people to go nuts with it, but I don't really condemn people for quote-unquote swearing. I just don't want people to be abusive to others and things like that. Alright, so now is the tricky part when you want to try to do shading. Now this is where I have not much, what do you call it? Experience? Not much skill. So it's just trying to figure out the best way. Just gonna start trying to do some lines here and we'll see what happens. Do like that. This is gonna look kind of weird. Let me drag that down. Something like this. This needs to be much smaller. Obviously this can all be adjusted later, but it's pretty terrible. I'll probably have to give it some blur. Twitch restricts swearing, not YouTube? Well, you can choose on Twitch whether or not you want your channel to be considered mature or not. Not getting enough sleep. And let's see, we want to do some here. That's not what I meant to do there. I've got bloodshot eyes. Streamers blocking swear words makes me cringe. How come? Get the candy. Get in the candy. That's the way you say it. Get in the candy. I've got free Vans. Use the line tool to do the shading and erase some of the edges. Yeah, I could. It's not gonna like stay like this. I'm planning on blurring it. I'm just trying to get an idea of what I want it to look like. Ah, come on. What about not having too many viewers on your streams? You can actually read the chat. Yeah, I've seen some PewDiePie live streams, and man, he has to like, he can only do super chats. It's kind of crazy that people want to talk bad enough to where they'll donate constantly. Yep, only sponsors. Sponsor only. Smursmer, hi. I don't like slow chat. Oops. All these little lines are coming back to bite me in the ass. So many little areas for shadow kind of stiffs. And I don't even know if I'm doing what I ultimately would want to do. Terrible. Getting a little faster at it though. Sorta. Gotta be careful about doing those long strokes like that, because then you got to back up too far if you mess up. Ugh. I don't know why this one's giving me trouble. How's it going, Mr. Travis on Fire? Have you played the Stanley Parable? I have not. I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Come on, man. What are you doing? Okay. So we got that. I swear. Photoshop sometimes, man. What are you making? It's kind of like a little mascot for the channel. That's the idea anyway. I don't know if we'll accomplish it. It was one of my fave games. I think, I'm trying to remember. I've seen some Let's Plays and stuff, and I don't know if that was one of them. Trying to determine how big this should be. Can I come like that, maybe? We should play the game on stream or something, because it's amazing. It has 18 endings. Jeez, 18 endings. That's a lot of endings. I feel like, let's see. How's this shading looking so far, guys? Is it terrible? Use Cinema 4D? Can't afford it. Ugh, stupid chair. It's about a man named Stanley who works at an office, and his job is to push buttons, and one day he finds that all of his coworkers are gone. He pushed the wrong button, man. That's what it sounds like to me. He pushed one too many buttons. You see the professional shading skills at work, obviously. Then there's a narrator who narrates the story, and you can either follow what he says or go a different way. Huh. You don't think you're gonna get recording your video today? Do you know the way? Why is that a meme now? I am not good with memes. Come on, Photoshop. Why are you dinging? You're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do, and then you ding like you're not. Give me a break. Let's see here. Try to give a little more shading detail to this up here, maybe. I don't know. Ah, itches. A meme that will never end. Play scrap mechanic. I've heard of that one. Let's see if we can add a blur and see what this looks like. Whoops, wrong one. Decisions. How's it going, Zach Stick Nodes? Somebody touching my spaghetti. I feel like those under eye ones are like a bit much. So what you want, like, this is the part that I'm gonna struggle with, like, big time. So we're kind of getting sort of what we want, but not nearly enough. Why can I not click where I want to? And shading, I always figure out where the light source is coming from, and then shade. Yeah, I already know that. I've been trying to sort of do that, but basically the issue that I'm having is I'm not really imagining what the anatomy of the head is supposed to be, I guess, and that's kind of what's tripping me up. Like, understanding where a light source is coming from that's understandable. But if you don't really have a 3D idea in mind of the design of the head, is kind of rough. Shade from the right a little. DeLorean or TARDIS? I couldn't get into Doctor Who, so I couldn't tell you. something's up with this. I'm not digging it. Supposed to be some sort of weird shape. Yeah. My day's alright. It's going okay. Back to the Future. I know the DeLorean's not Doctor Who. I'm saying the TARDIS is, right? I know Back to the Future. So, like, if I were to answer the question, it would be biasly, obviously, DeLorean, because that's the only thing I've seen. But I've watched Doctor Who a little. I tried watching, like, the first episode or two, and I just couldn't get into it. So, being that that was my experience with it, I don't think I am really in a position to really say much about the elements of that show. Ooh, look at this. I'm not sure how much is necessary to shade this area here, but if we're gonna try it, I don't want this gap to be in it. Whoops. Close enough. This could probably be smaller, right? I come back, first thing I hear that you don't like Doctor Who. Yeah, I don't really understand why it's such a thing, to be honest. I know a lot of people love that show. It's a little better there. He looks like an old man. They all get old, man. The guy from Doctor Who, one of the reasons I was actually kind of interested in it is because he played in a movie called 28 Days Later, if any of you are familiar with that movie. My god, Photoshop, calm down. Don't make me hit you. Make him look like a skeleton. Like he has no meat on his bones. Yeah, it happens. So I feel like the base shading here, maybe this needs to be expanded a little bit, isn't too terrible. It's just trying to figure out exactly what we need to make it work and blend a little better. Because there's got to be something else going on here than just these little lines. Like there's more that you can do to improve on this kind of stuff, and I'm just not that versed in it to be that great at it. Pingus Land, how's it going? BRB again. I might give it a shot with my Wacom. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a little easier if I was using my little tablet thing, but I don't know. We're just kind of experimenting, so I'm not gonna go too nuts with it. I'm trying to figure out if there should be some shading on like this side. I feel like it should. In a way, it feels kind of like nothing's going on here. Sticky keys. It's called a stylus. The stylus comes with the tablet, yeah. Already 3 p.m. Oh no! It's actually 4 for me, which means the tutorial that we did the thumbnail for has been up for a little while. For about an hour. It's a mild improvement. 12 a.m. Oh man. Been a 4 to 4.5 hour long stream. 3.5. This is pretty much all I can figure to do with it at the time. I might need to sit on this one a bit and kind of figure it out, but I feel like we're burping. We're definitely getting somewhere with it. Definitely made some progress here. I wonder if there's a way I could just kind of, if I can just like, let me see. Let me turn the hardness off of this, kind of make it softer. And if we did just kind of like some overall like just branching shading that kind of is just like I don't know what you would call it. Like this, what we've been doing is kind of like shadows and I guess what you would call like mild ambient occlusion type lighting. You gonna print it out and sit on it? What? Who? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, you got me. Anyway, I feel like maybe just some overall like just shading and stuff. But again, I'm not quite sure exactly what the anatomy of this guy is supposed to be. And there you go again with that bowl that you're doing there. So I'm gonna struggle with that a bit, but we'll see. Basically just kind of some overall lighting. Just say like 10% there. So we're kind of going overboard there. Let's back that up just real quick. So the idea is he's getting like shaded from one side. Jokes for days, I confess, brother, I confess. Because I've been living wrong, I know I've been blessed. Oh, jeez. See, like, so this side of the face might have a bit more shading than the other. See, something like that. Don't know about that one being like that, though, but can I give that a little bit of something? A little bit around the eyes here. Don't know if we can get the softness on this one, so we'll just have to go with it for now and then remove that later. Something like that. How's it going, Mason Crafter? That's some nice nightmare fuel. Yay. The noise you're hearing, in case you're wondering what that is, I think that's the Joycaster sound that it makes when, I don't know, maybe people like leaving or joining the stream. The hellish channel is good. And I could do, let me see. Bring our opacity to 20% here. Kind of do like a thing there, give this some nice shading that in increments, you know? Might kind of mess things up a bit, but we'll try it. Why not? See, it looks a little better as it is. Still feel as though... Whoops. Could maybe use, some accents to this stuff here. Ew, I don't know about that. We'll see. Maybe I'll blur this layer. Just kind of give like a little added vibes to these here. We'll see. Do like some randomness around here. We'll see. It's all a guessing game now. There we go. Bring this up a tad. Getting my PFP made. For me, it's going to be made in Cinema 4D and it's sick. Nice. Profile picture. Profile page. Alright, and then we're gonna go and just some overall lines like so. We'll see what it does. We will see. Who knows? Whoops. That was a sling and a half. And again. Something like that. Whoops, wrong button. Alright. Then if we blurred this, it's probably gonna look terrible. See, I'm just wondering. Blur that one. This one, let's actually do that. Blur, Gaussian blur. That, and then see, that kind of gives it, like, it needs these hard lines as well for the dimensions. We'll see. We'll keep that for now. It's coming along. I don't know if it'll end up being usable, but like I said, if nothing else, we'll make something and then maybe someone more talented with this stuff than me will, I can hand it off to and do something better. We will find out. But as it is, the stream has been going for about 3.5 hours, which is pretty good if I say so myself. This is where we're going to leave it off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you want to see more stuff like this, I might actually do some streaming of like actual animating and stuff, because I need to get back to work on things like that. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it off today. All right, so you know, if you guys want to see more stuff like this, then be sure to chime in and let me know. You know, when this goes up as a video, if nothing goes wrong with it, since we're trying out Joycaster and everything. Anyway, you can leave a comment on it and let me know that you want to see more stuff like this or whatever. And we'll probably do some game stuff at some point. We've already been doing some, as I said earlier, but you know, who knows? We could do anything. All right, so thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for chatting and keeping me company and stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.